What a time. What a time. But anyways, yeah. We'll do Rock A today. I'm sure it'll be fine. FTL loves me. I love you, FTL. I know you can hear me. Sure, we've had disagreements in the past over our long and, you know, storied history, but maybe we can be nice. Yeah. So this is the Rock A. It starts with a lot of scrap because you can sell rock plating and hull missile, generally, to buy actual weapons. But you can kind of understand how it's behind because it's like, oh, Kestrel A just starts with a burst laser here, like a burst 2. And wouldn't you want a burst 2 versus a hull missile and rock plating? The answer is absolutely yes. Definitely would rather have those. So essentially, you sell these to try and get a burst, which is unlikely. You're good? Thanks. Good to hear. Good to hear. All right. It is not 11 p.m. It is 1 p.m. for myself. Hello, Dragon. Getting excited to have actual PC soon? I'm excited for you. All the Vigi games, all the... You know, when I upgraded my computer, it's like, oh yeah, and then play FTL. It's like, I got this cool graphics card. I can do anything. Remember the time you streamed at 7 a.m. instead of 7 p.m.? Yeah, the end of the Mass Effect thing. Because my sleep schedule is awful. All right. The data you carry, it's vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore your sector before moving on to the next, but get to the exit before the pursuing rebel fleet can catch up. Catch up. Ooh, instant store. So we take a jump, try to get 12 scrap, and then go to the store to buy teleporter? Is that the right call? Or... What a weird spot. Do we do 2 jumps, then the store? So we have a better chance of having the scrap to buy teleporter or something else? Like in most situations, we go, like we would go to the store, sell this, and try to get to shields, but the weapon situation is such that the current meta is... Buys Western VC, play FTL. Yeah. Is that you get 12 scrap and go to the store, so you have the ability to buy teleporter. Interesting. Less interesting. 18 scrap. Sorry, 18 scrap. Right. That's actually like a decent amount of scrap. 18 scrap. I was afraid of that. But this is a Leto. Yeah, that's my thinking. Do I try to take the drone offline, or do I try to take the missile offline? Leto to shields is just, like, really awful. I didn't see the doors. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, it's only 1. That's fine. Also, this should be pay powered because that's going to take longer anyways. I think it's just normal repair. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe the play is not to shoot this down, but... Hey, Monty. This is such a bad fight. Okay, I used a bunch of missiles here. I still have 3 more missiles to go. I think we just take the money at this point. It's not, like, a ton of money, but it gets us closer to 18. Happy Turkey Day. It's like, okay, if they have, like, a shield drone is bad, offensive drones are, like, potentially really gross. Maybe that was just, like, a skip fight. Oh, it's a dead-end store. Well, okay, so let's just know that there's not going to be another store. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a bad fight, right? So if we're not taking their weapons off, this hits us in shields, then we get lit up by the heavy laser, so, like, I have to take weapons offline. Like, I have to. As annoying as it is to spend missiles, like, if this hits shields, we just get lit up really badly. They ended up not having a repair bot, but they hit us in the weapons, and that slowed me down, plus I didn't swap over quickly enough. We gotta try and get the flak offline. I might take a page out of... So, like, last time I saw Hollow play, which was, like, years ago, like, Hollow would spend, like, as many missiles as possible. Not as many as possible, but, like, was prioritizing just getting scrap and less about trying to maintain. Yep, this is really bad now. I gotta get the heavy offline. Alright, that's on fire. What a start. Okay, we can just repair doors. And then vent. Okay, well, we have enough money now. Pet to Coco. Coco appreciates the love. Oh, do you have enough such... What are you saying, yuck to? Oh, also, hold on. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Please don't be the run that makes you change your Sector 1 rock strategy. Hey, if anybody was gonna find it, you know it would be me, right? Like, it would have to be me. It would definitely be Crow. Heavy lasers. Alright, let's get the oxygen back. There's just so many... Sector 1 is so front-loaded with just disgusting fights. Again, part of this is because, like, you look at item descriptions where they're like, Burst 3 is impressive barrage, and these weaker weapons, they're like, oh, like, they're okay, but you want to, you know, like, dual lasers. It makes me think, like, philosophically, they just thought, like, that you wanted big guns, and really, you just want, like, super efficient guns. Alright. Uh-huh. Okay. Yes! Yes! Awesome! Good stuff. Okay, well, yes. Sure. They're still spooky weapons. 6 missiles, 1 drone part, 10 yeah, I mean, 6 missiles, good enough. 6 missiles is what we basically use. I just got into the game. Is the reason you pause right before missiles hit you? Mostly I'm kind of trying to determine where they're gonna land. A lot of pauses is just kind of this, like, habit of assessment. Right now I'm not doing, like, a lot of microing. But also, there could be times where it's like, I want to see where the missile is going to hit, so I have to know if I can start moving my crew to respond to it, so I repair it faster. Okay, there is a chain laser, but there is teleporter. I mean, teleporter's the better thing for us. Yeah, and like, some of it also is just kind of like this, like, innate habit of just like, all right, I'm pausing just to make sure I'm paying attention to everything, or I just pause because it's like a defense mechanism of, like, I lost track of everything or some things in Mizamar. So now I want to hit pause to make sure I'm assessing everything properly. And again, that's not like a mental check, like, am I thinking about everything? It's just like I pause and then I take that opportunity. Alright, so the option really is chain laser or teleporter, and I think teleporter just opens up way better potential for victory than the chain laser does. I mean, I think like if it was a burst laser, I think if it was like burst laser, it would be in a better spot. But because it's kind of slow, I mean, we essentially are firing our Artemis to try and take their weapons offline. But like, teleporter. And we actually can get a buffer point in shields. Do I want a buffer point in shields, or do I want repairs? That's another question. Okay, fuel is okay. We're okay on missile parts. I mean, this is probably just safer. We're just trying to get safer. Alright, save crew positions. Nowadays, take burst laser 1 personally. It's so difficult. Like, as I pointed out at the start, right? Like, where Kestrel starts with a weapon, so you just get another weapon online, but you're gonna sink, and so you're just like, I get 50 scrap and I'm safe. Here, you spend so much scrap just to get to what a Kestrel Ace starts with. Oh, good, it's a stunner. Okay, it's a stunner. I mean, this is technically like a training ship. This is fine. These both fire at 10 seconds, so this pops the shield, and then the ion lands. Because the ion is slower, they're both 10 seconds. So this hits the shield bubble, and this lands, and then 5 seconds later, the shield bubble, you know, even if it gets hit with the ion, would come back online. Yeah, that's true. It's not 100%. It's very, very close. Scott used to like speed train against this. Game, please. I wonder if you just put crew and shields, then that kind of fixes it. Like, yeah, they'll get stunned, but then the shield recovery. Wow, we have wow! That's a lot of dodges already. Zoltan and NG, okay. So min-maxing would be min-maxing would be training, but we could try punching down their ship and surrendering. Give me a surrender. But it's oh no wait, it's a slaver ship. This is fine. Could just get a free crew. All right, you find a number of slaves in the cargo hold. They look at you questioningly, and one asks, "Are they to be released?" No. Oh no, I don't get that option. All right, you could choose. You could use more crew. That's true. You don't want the you don't know me, game. You don't know what I want. Joy, the one that looked most like a turkey. We're totally taking the NG here. We're boarding with our 2 rocks. NG for repairs, particularly with the lone crew running around. I'm not super concerned about a mantis. I mean, I think Crimity. Yeah, like that's not very turkey. This is, yeah, nice roasted turkey. Hello, Cowd. Okay, so we get Dragon on board. As soon as I can type Atreyu! Ms. Mizamar, welcome on board as well. Alright. Well, we're almost becoming an actual ship. That's nice. Okay, so the timing on the missile is how... Just because I forget. So 11 seconds. I mean, I guess trying to get it to fire more quickly. Alright, so again, we're not going to see another store. We're just pushing to get shields 2 at this point. I actually don't think I can take this. I don't want to go down that far in missiles. 13 fuel is just like the floor of how much fuel that I want to have. But going down to 10 missiles seems kind of spooky. Offer help. Okay. Could I have money, please? Please? Just some money? Well, I have no real choice here. And it's pirates. At least it's not a defense drone this time. Okay, so it's NG and 2 NGs and a Mantis. Alright. Alright, so now that we're 100% safe, I can't put my crew here to stop the repair because that creates a 3-on-2 scenario, and we definitely don't want that. Also, they didn't rotate their pilot when I moved. That's kind of weird that they didn't do that. He's reckless. Yeah, they need to be staggered. Okay, well, I know the other one's an NG, so what I really just need is HP. Wow, them not swapping is so wild to me. Of course, that one was doing repair, so I understand why it happened the way it happened. It's because how you moved? What do you mean how I moved? Because I went into an adjacent room? They don't do safety dancing? Because that's never been the case that I've followed. Is it because they moved into the room at the exact same time? Because they went through 2 separate doors? Your rocks moved out of the room on the exact same frame. Yes. Wow. Nope. I didn't know that was a thing. Alright. I'm sure my NG didn't move back. They got the drone back online? I didn't even notice that it took so long they got the drone back. Alright. Well. They got one repair and then they swapped. That's unfortunate. Okay. Right? I got so focused on the boarding, I didn't even notice that that was a thing they could do. Sweet repair training. Just kidding. I thought when you upgraded a system, if the system's not broke. Okay, so look at, I'm learning things. I thought if you upgraded a broken system, the part would be broken as well, but apparently that's not the case unless it's fully broken. Okay, cool. So rarely does that happen. McQueeb! Hello, welcome Raiders! How's it going? Shout out for my pal McQueeb. Friday's a streamer extraordinaire. Excellent beard as well. Hope you've been doing well on this holiday in the States. Alright, so we have Teleporter, we picked up Crew, we have Artemis. So we don't super have a really great solution to auto ships, but though we can board, these crew can survive when boarding those situations. Best the AI generates as for task offset movement. That's funny. Yeah, I didn't realize that. We don't have a great solution to Zoltan Shields other than shooting it with the Artemis, so we would like to get a replacement, well, an additional to go along with that. But I've had way worse Sector 1s. It's actually nice that we're alive, because they were super, super scary fights. Boy, there were some scary fights. 1, 2, 3. Oh, thanks for the follow. Alright, we're never going to surrender our crew to slavers. So this is a training ship. Essentially, this is a fast-paced version of the Manta Sea strat. Oh. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a mod. Well, we're going to use Cheat Engine. We're going to speed up the frame rate of this game so I can train up my evasion. And we'll mute it while it happens because it's so annoying sounding wise. There we go. Oh, the min-maxing begins. Zoom. Okay. Oh, I think it actually it's supposed to be 23. I forgot to change the number on it. Yeah, good old important training. Important is such a... So by training our crew, we have a little bit more evasion, but the most important part really is training on engines. Essentially, we get 2 free engines with the and their free power as well. I don't have to pay for reactor on it, but it also means that our FTL charges faster if we have to run. All right, that's it. That's good. That's good enough. All right, now we're gonna board and beat them up. Again, I wouldn't inherently mind taking extra crew. So one min-max strategy that also is that we could board their ship and like kill one of their crew, leave one of their crew, just distract them while we punch their ship apart and see if they'll give up a surrender offer. But this is a slaver ship, so I think the only surrender offer they would give up, as I bring sound back on, is a crew, and I want money. So it's not really necessary to do that here. And then another little like side little tiny strategy thing is we board into this room here because their crew has to move into the room, so we get free pop shots. Oh yeah, it's also combat training. Another free NG. NG always? Not inherently always. Good old NGs though. Is it more important now to leave this crew here? The only problem is I need them in here if I have to run. No, I don't even have level 3 engines. Doesn't really matter. I guess distress the exit. You find the source of a distress call. It's a small research station. It appears a small laboratory fire got out of small control and is threatening to destroy the small station. Their small fire suppression system is not small responding. All right, let's send a rock in, get a free augment. Distraction buoys. All right. Actual free stuff in the first 3 sectors of FTL. It's rarer than you might think. Ooh. Boy, do I want 5 repair? That seems pretty reasonable. We haven't gotten to see what the next sectors are store-wise. I mean, it prices us a little bit out of weapons, but no, I think I take the repair here. Next sector. Civilian or Uncharted? We're definitely going civilian. Uncharted is one of the worst sectors in trying to get money from. And there's also only 1.5 stores on average. Actually, it's slightly below that because there's a chance the sector can spawn without a store. Civilian sectors are 2.5. Unfortunately, that is also going to be an Uncharted sector as well, because slugs don't show up till Sector 4. So let's get some money here. Oh, that's not going to happen. All right, we can go distress. What's my power? 8. So if I have 4 reactor... So that's a store check, that's a store check. I guess... I'm gonna definitely see the store. But there's not gonna be in one of the Nebula. I'm just contemplating whether I want to buy a reactor just so that puts me at 5 power so that I can run 2 shield bubbles. And Artemis or 2 shield bubbles and teleporter if I get stuck in an ion storm. I think I actually will. Okay, we have a safe fight. And they have crew. Maybe I should board it with the NGs because they're more mobile. Nope. Yeah. Oh. Oh, I also need to move the NGs. That's how that works. They can't teleport unless they're in the teleporter. It's really weird. Okay. So I boarded my backup crew as well. I think if I board here, one of them will respond. If not, we can move them to weapons just to see. Okay, yeah, totally do. That's fine. Move. I just need to get an advantage at some point. Okay, so the Zoltan will run, the NG will run. Wow, is that a high-level medical? I'm just kind of trying to slow down their healing, so I can definitely kill this rock. Yeah, this is like a... No, of course I'm punching them with NGs. Okay, game, I need you to be, like, super focused here, so I don't lose crew. Alright, good. How come I just didn't want missile the mid bay? Because I can win without using that resource. So if it's gonna save me a missile and I'm not gonna take any damage for it, then I don't want to use it. Even though, like, we have like 19 missiles, it's a lot of missiles. It's good because to be able to... Alright, let's bundle them up. Do this then. Of course we could... I mean, we just win. They'll run, we'll punch down shields, we'll be distracted to repair shields, and then we can just go from there. If we want to. Navigation skill for... yeah. Okay, so I could put 2 in here. Again, I don't want to screw this up, so I like do too much hull damage. I don't get the kill. .71 health. I mean, we can just soften them up with the NGs, as you do. You just soften up the enemy with your NGs. Okay, 43, you're at 74, you're at 117. Cool. Got him. $17. We use time, we use micro to save a missile. Might come in handy. Even if it does come in handy this run, then having the skill to execute it when it does matter. I mean, that's FTL. Well, that's 2 elements of FTL in a nutshell. One element is just the reduction of bad RNG as much as possible, but the other one is using as much of your like your in-game knowledge, your strategic capabilities, tactical executions, and to like save money. I kind of want to save all my crew. I mean, I know it's only a 20%er to lose crew here, but I don't think it's worth it. If I lose one of my borders, I don't like it. If I had hacking already, I would care less about it, because then, like, my boarding situation's fine, but... I mean, I guess we'd have 2 NGs on our ship, 1 in piloting, 1 there. 36, plus I have 27 scrap and distraction buoys. I think I'll avoid it. It's really tempting. It's really close. Because like I said, we could just board with the other 2 rock. We have to do NG. We lose 1 NG. It's like less of an issue in like being able to fix stuff. But if we don't find like actual weapons and we have to keep boarding like sets of 2, then essentially we're trading off a weapon for like a chance of a weapon is how I'm gonna look at this. Alright, not a store. Oh, we did it! We did the thing! We were perfect! Ah, that's amazing. So you actually... That was accidental that I timed it that way, but if you're on, like, Crystal B, you can do this essentially, like, frame perfect thing where you teleport away and you get, like, the last hit. So you can actually kill auto ships. It's gonna take a while, but then I have to teleport back, heal up, and go there, so... no. Finish him off with an Artemis. Dum, bum, bum. Vision. Again, that should say 23. Paste. I'm gonna change that now. In the middle of this, why not? Cool. That would be ideal to try and save on the missile potentially missing. Also, like combat training. So it's interesting, right? Because I bought the reactor so that we could actually do that, like that we could do that safely. But we don't go with a piloting upgrade because of the one event. I mean, reactor kind of is more online what we were doing. The vent I can skip. Like, I can just not manually search versus getting into a fight where it may, like, be my survival on the line if I don't have access to both teleporter or the Artemis missile. Interesting. $17 missiles. We might never find hacking though. $17. All right, I'll open the possibility of hacking. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, I do want to visit both stores, so I don't want to get too greedy. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1, 1.5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, let's start heading in there. Hey, Ethan, how's it going? Hi there. Oh, would you like to fight me in the med bay? Okay. Whee! And they're off. And the NG's coming around the bend. Mantis close behind. You got NG's in front with the Mantis. Mantis coming out at the first furlong. Furlong? Furlong? I don't know. I've never been. To a racetrack in my life. It's like, it seems like a nice street, but Frank FC, if you're not following Frank FC just completed a double cycle in no pause today. $13 for killing off your crew? It's not an amazing value game. I mean, I'm happy with it because you can only win runs, right? Like, I can't. It's not like tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and there's gonna be a streak of 55. That ain't gonna happen. We just take the victories as we get them. All right, not the store. Everyone full health. We have oxygen. Nice. Teleporter. We got Cremity back. We got another Cremity. Nice. Okay. Alright, we're gonna put you indoors. We're gonna put you in weapons. Dragon 2. No, only one redemption per stream. Per stream? Per stream. I mean, $84 to go to a store, plus distraction buoys. Okay. We got a a flak here. Flak does give us solutions against Zoltan shields. Flak and fuel seems pretty good. I don't have hacking. Badger's gonna be so disappointed in me that I just don't go long-range scanners here. Because, like, long-range scanners, distraction buoys, just think of all the money. Alright, is there... Oh. Do I want flak more than hacking? But wait, there's store. Okay, so we could go 1, 2, 3, back to the store. And then make it to the exit. Heroes, Rebels, hello, hello. Yes, yes. Do a, 1 in the afternoon on this holiday. I figure. Why not? So if I go through this plan, I'm gonna hit the other store, right? That's the plan. Like, I have plenty of jumps anyways. I guess with all the Nebula jumps. I mean, it's unlikely I'll farm up 80 bucks before the next store with 3 jumps, but there's not really, like, anything else I could do. Hi there. I was positioned with the Nebula to warn of your passing. No, I'm alive. Alright, what are you hacking? That's kind of important. Engines, okay. You're fine. Totally okay. Don't let me down, Flak. Good job. $7. Amazing. How many jumps have we visited in this sector? All right, so we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Spend your $7 wisely. Yeah, I know. It's a little bit disappointing to like how little scrap we've got with all the jumps we've had, but that's FTL. Gonna wait for my oxygen to get back up in case I have to be low oxygen again. Also, probably don't have to stream at 5K bit rate. Probably. Hey, Dead Bites! I've enjoyed your FTL runs on YouTube. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed it. People are watching. So procrastinating, making plans for Thanksgiving. Okay, so 45 scrap is kind of tempting. I don't think I can do 45 scrap. I still need missiles. I also don't like going to 8. We might sell 5. 13 is kind of reasonable now that we have the flak as well. Welcome on board, Dig Dug. That's how that works. Okay, they have 2 crew, and they have doors. Actually, I should do it like this. Oh, don't do it. Thank you for not doing it. Hey, money! I love money. Dead bites. Welcome on board. How's God to go with the recording yet? Ordered all my PC parts except for the board, which will buy tomorrow. Nice. Like Hopley's gonna make a comeback. 40 plus what? 27 at the store. Okay. Oh, I totally. That's my fault. Thought I missed one, and then I didn't double check. Welcome on board. Thanks for double checking with me. Alright, so we go to the store because there's nothing at this store. I mean, we could sell distraction buoys and maybe buy another flak. Hacking. 67 bucks doesn't get us there. Hey, Devites, thank you for the sub. Welcome to the murder, most foul. Enjoy your emotes and ad-free viewing. $85. Well, so selling it for 27 bucks gets me 67, which is not enough to buy hacking at this spot. We will see hacking again. There's no guarantee of that. There really, I've had enough runs where I did not find systems for a very, very long time. Yeah, no, there's not, it's not worth selling the Artemis for it, because we have to sell the let's see, if we sell, store just, it's 19 plus 27, calculator. So 40 plus 19 plus 27. I mean, yeah, it gets us there at 86. And as much as I like hacking, I'd rather have the Artemis. Artemis and 15 missiles. I kind of like having the weapons. If I had... Yeah. I'm going to think about that. So we unfortunately, thanks for subbing, but we still have to run ads because pre-rolls. So we're going to run it for 3 minutes, and then we'll come back. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. See you on the other side of 3 minutes of advertising. You don't have to be here to watch them. I mean, you should still be here, but not to watch them. Oh, there's lots of discussion to be had here. I'm trying to decide how I decide about selling the flak for hacking. That's interesting. There's a lot. So, like, I don't want to get so much into it if people are still stuck in ads, which they are. Does hacking help with Zoltans? I mean, it is definitely a consideration. But, like, I often kind of get into, like, a mindset of, like, oh, I have to, like, avoid the worst case scenarios. Welcome back, everybody. I get into the mindset of, like, avoiding worst case scenarios, but then when you try to open it up to, like, everything, the consideration of everything, then, you know, it gets a lot more complicated, right? Like, so this gives me stuff against Zoltan Shields, plus this is targeted, which this is not. The inaccuracy of the flak kind of becomes a bit of an issue. It's funny, if I had sold another 5 missiles, right? If I just sold another 5 missiles and we got to 15 when I got to the stores, maybe I should have made that consideration. I'd have 10 missiles, but then I could buy hacking, but then if there wasn't hacking here... YGKA. I have no idea how to pronounce that, but thank you for the good luck. Yeah, hello, welcome. I think Motor's not selling anything here, yeah. I think so too. Like, I have crew. We have an option of just upgrading teleporter to, like, kind of augment our ability to take out enemies. We also have 5 jumps, so if we jump here and we get, let's check our math again. 40 plus 27, so 67. So we're 13 bucks away. If we get 13 bucks from this jump, we can just jump back, grab the hacking, and then we can go for the exit. I'm gonna get 12 scrap here. Well, why'd you have to go be interesting? Okay, we can sell the weapon. Sure, right. We have the... So I didn't get enough scrapped outright to sell buoys. Oh, ticked up betrayal. Like, if we just get 12 bucks, we go to the store. But now it's like, oh, but now I could just go into this weapon loadout. Right? Oh, double mash. 'Tis the season. We can sell Distraction, Artemis, and then we have Chain and Flak to go into as weapons. Okay. You're always pro selling Chain Laser? I'm just trying to figure out, what do I keep? Technically, if we sell the chain laser just covers everything. So, like, we just sell this, and we get to keep everything. I don't care about this, but that doesn't get us to... Right? No, I'm not mathing correctly. What am I doing? Okay. 80 minus 49 is 31. That's not... And the chain laser will sell for 32. And this sells for 27. So we kind of came back to the exact same thing. It's like, oh, do I keep this, and sell both of these for hacking? 1, 2, 3, 4. FTL's fun, man. There's just so many decisions and choices that you have to make. Like, we could get into, like, a really solid weapon loadout here. Yeah, selling chain is enough. So many ways to mess up. Yeah, that's like the old chess adage. Like, the board, the mistakes are out there just waiting for you. So, Flak, Artemis, hacking, pretty solid. Sell this. I get to keep distraction buoys, which I don't super care about, but it is what it is. Or I sell this and this, and then I have that to go into. So I guess the question is, do I value Artemis more than Chain Laser in this setup? I think I do. All right. Burning a jump. Quarantine. Oh, okay, then we make no money the rest of the way. Got it? It's less about, like, what am I a fan of, and then more just, like, what's gonna be helpful. Ugh. Why? Why you gotta make me make choices? Why you gotta make me make choices? I hate Zoltan Sectors. This is so spooky. Zoltan Sector 3 is incredibly spooky. And I mean, yeah, I get the benefit that, like, one of the beacons isn't gonna be awful. Yeah, I don't die in Uncharted. So here they can jump up to, like, 2 shields and level 5 weapons. So essentially, I mean, our flak can get rid of Zoltan shields, but that's about it. Like, that's essentially all it's going to do to try and set up our Artemis. And if we miss any of our projectiles on our first volley, we just don't get to do anything. There's a lot of auto ships with which could have double offensive drones, though, which is also less fun. But I guess we have hacking and Artemis to try and get through that. But there's also only 1.5 stores, generally less scrap. But I'm less likely to die. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We should be able to get to see the store beacons if there is one. Hopefully not too early. We are kind of pressed for fuel. Wow, the third time I've gotten that event. Great. I mean, I don't have money for fuel. I don't want to run out of fuel, and we have like a lot of jumps. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely the call. Like, so here's the problem, right? We're at like 7 fuel. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Like, I could potentially get to the next sector and not have fuel. There could be various empty jumps and just rewards that don't give me fuel, and I fall behind. And then I'm losing jumps, and that is not worth it, because I'm also losing scrap. I always feel bad saying goodbye to booze, but such is life. I mean, it did give us... Well, it gave me 2 half jumps, because both times we spawned in a nebula. All in all, it's been like a good run. I mean, like the scrap and stuff has just been fine. It's the awkwardness of getting this ship going. Like, we should be really happy we're in Sector 3 with the setup that we have. And yet... I mean, you called us repugnant, but at the same time, I'll just... $30 seems good. Yeah, look, they've had a long day. Maybe they're just a little bit grouchy. I think we all can understand what that's like. Okay, so if I get caught in one of these things... I'm tempted to just buy double reactor at this point, because there's just so many nebula jumps, and if one of them is an ion storm, I essentially can't really do anything. I mean, the most ideal would be this. Like, this would be the setup in an ion storm. Like, we hack their weapons, we try to get through, maybe we get bored. But then my 2 reactor gets locked in. It's like anything nastier than that. I think they were confused when they called you cruise to their truck, right? I don't know what that is. It's like when they like are like, oh, what is it, human? And there's no humans on board. Just finished the scuffed road out of this ship. Good luck. Thanks, Mikado. Appreciate it. Good luck. I like FTL, and they have a pretty minimalist approach when it comes to like the writing in the game, which is also good. Because personally, I don't want like a whole bunch of text if it's not gonna be like for story purposes. But there's like a couple like prompts that you're just like, actually that doesn't apply to the situation we currently have. It's not minimalist, it's small. Exactly. Also that. All right, but 1 reactor doesn't change anything right now, so. Martin! Well, I guess now I have a reactor. Interesting. There are what, 3 teleporter blue options? There won't be a next time. Open fire. Okay, Clone Bay, teleporter, missile. We'd probably like to not eat the missile. Of course, it's a Leto. Bum, 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 ba-da-bum, bum, bum, bum. All right, so the center's up. I should have just, once the missile went down, I should have just started trying to drop their clone bay. Cool. Yeah, crew killing nets you a different set of rewards, so you're more likely to get free stuff. And you also can sometimes get extra fuel out of storage, which is high fuel rewards. Boarding runs are sort of unpredictable because, like, yeah, you can get the extra fuel out of storage, and if you get a couple of those, you have just a bunch of fuel the entire run. You're like, oh man, you just get so much fuel during these runs. Or you get, like, you know, scrapping a bunch of free items or scrapping crew, and then you realize, like, you have no resources because you just kept getting scrapping a free thing. Alright, that was not a store. Alright, so there's no stores left in the sector. I have 92 bucks and I'm not going to see another store. I could buy 2 reactor to really help out in ion storms and just deal with everything after that. Make a bunch of money. Could also go level 2 this. Doesn't quite feel necessary. Hi there, you're waiting for me. Aww. Is an Artemis. Okay, Artemis medbay. I'm gonna board. Yeah. Do I board into piloting? So the engine's going to respond, this person's going to respond. So we could board, move into a different room. Somebody else will try and show up, but the pilot will move. Do that when it's needed. So I don't actually want to board in the weapon room. Okay. No pilot. Good stuff. Yeah, also a possibility. You got this! Oh no, was that Cremedy? Oh no, we just killed Cremedy. Oh, I feel bad. As I say laughingly, I feel bad. I was really just like focused on like the movement of the pilot versus getting stuck, and then honestly it just doesn't matter in that scenario. Cheap viewers, how dare you? You know what's also airtight? This these doors. Gotta be safe out in outer space. Why don't you double check them? Make sure they're good. Okay, 1, 2. It's possible I take damage from this fight. I kind of want to preserve drone parts being at the level that I'm at. Oh, I should have thought about boarding, but I now already delayed a couple frames. Joe's all about health and safety. Okay. Dig Dug got this, everybody. Always have faith in Dig Dug. I guess the piloting is less likely to miss than the engines room. Have I ever tried playing no pause? No. I have not. I am already stressed enough as it is. There's too much I like doing as a pause player. Like all the power micro. I mean, you can do some of it, but to me, it's just like a game that I don't win 100% of the time anyways, and I'm adding an additional, like, I don't know, thing that I have to overcome. So it's never really appealed to me. Best of luck, crew. Good luck, chat. Makes the game more fun. I mean, again, it could. I don't have a. Shots fired to no pause players. I'm okay taking my time. Patience and doing all the little micro things like that. That's totally good to me. I don't need to like. Oh my gosh, we don't get this run done in under 2 hours. No, it's the worst. I mean, when I was doing tournament practice, when there was going to be a tournament, you know, I did try practice to speed up, but like straight up no pause, meh. I still haven't got a Mantis for Core Sigma. Attack the pirates, I suppose. Yeah, but Mike, did you do it on a reactorless run? Did you do it on a reactorless run? Just reported. Like, that was the fastest way, right? I mean, I guess we could have boarded 2 here, try to bait the 2 teleporting, and then punch down their weapons. But instead, we just get 2 2v1s. They don't have a medical unit. Gross. Gross-ish. Have I ever tried Into the Breach? Yeah, no, I played through Into the Breach, and I got the achievements, and then I played a little bit when they did the Advanced Edition for that. I can't believe that did. I should have done level 2. No, I was thinking desyncing, but if I did a level 2, I would have been fine. Interesting. Yeah, why did I think? I was thinking about desyncing them, which normally do only at 1 power, but if I did 2, I would have been fine. Yeah. I had a side thought. Wait, is it gonna time up again? I'll use my Zoltan to cancel it out. Well, if I only needed a level 1 desync, like... I just have to be more cognizant of it. When it matters. And then, yeah, actually, I could have just run the Zoltan up there to cancel out the ion damage faster. Also had... So I had 2 solutions there. And opted to use neither of them, because I thought I was okay. Two free damage. So what is this, just borders? I really don't want to dive this sector. I mean, maybe it's fine. We don't have an ASB to deal with. We have hacking and an Artemis missile. How much value is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we get 2 more jumps. Well, technically 3 more jumps, because this one's dead anyways. Huh. The only problem with it is if I spend resources for it, then it kind of like, it's self-defeating. It's like, oh, we'll get more scrap, but we spend scrap. But then next sector, which is purple. I mean, if it has double missiles, it gets gross. It can get really gross. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know. We'll see how much money I have. Attack the ship. Not boarding. Oh, actually. Also, only 1 shield. Punch him! Don't let him punch the doors. What are you doing? Let's see if I can farm up a little bit of combat training. Oh, actually, those 2 are completely trained up. Less of an issue. gonna go fix shields. Probably level 3 shields. Out to attempt playing badminton? Alright, enjoy badminton. Thanks for stopping by, as always. Some training was done. I mean, Raffin's just better than Tack here. But mashed how you eating mashed potatoes? Look, you don't need an excuse to eat mashed potatoes. They're perfect foods. I just scared myself, by the way, because I just dismissed the crew that was on board here. And then I looked to teleport my crew and had the realization that there was only one. And I was like, oh my gosh, did I just let one of them die? Alright. It's fine. That's 1, 2. Okay. Oh, that worked. Okay, cool. Just don't miss, I guess. That's the lesson for today. Also, turn auto fire on if you want that to happen. Okay, got a drone park back. Good stuff. Always have shields powered before you jump. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah, 3 extra jumps. I have 143 scrap, plus that. So 103 jumps. Okay. Warning of your passing. Please don't do that. Okay. We can be safe. So, if the dive is bad, just try and get away from it faster, and also just give us double aggressive boarding to kill ships quicker. $13. Yeah, okay. Get her back. Artemis missile and a charge 2. One shielded ship again. We know it's an Artemis because it's a slug ship. Oh, we actually have them both inside. That's kind of neat. Okay. Didn't get the missile offline. Did really muck up their crew something fierce, though. 7 health, 20. I mean, I don't think setting crew over is gonna matter much. But maybe. Gross. Cool. Do love money. Slightly concerned about drone parts. I'm actually really glad I took that trade, or with the when I trade off the missiles for the drone parts. It's like, well, you know, it's hard to actually say that is correct. That's always such a tough thing in FTL, because like you can't use winning and you can't inherently use losing, though it's a pretty good indicator because you can win almost every run in FTL. But you can't use winning as an indication you made all good decisions. Hey, I got one of those. Yes. I believe the slug is unspoken for. Okay, so Artemis missile. Kind of tempted to just hit the hacking, so I'm not susceptible to taking damage from the heavy. Do I board again to break shields? Yes. $20. And we got a drone part back. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Gotta welcome on board. Cool. Wow, run where I'm not, like, desperate for money is so cool. It's a good run. It's a good ship to have that with. Alright, come on, don't make me use drone parts here. So you want me to use drone parts here. Okay, so they're gonna board with 2. We should be able to do at least 1 damage to weapons. That's gross. Okay, I'm alive. We distracted them for the repair. I could just Artemis missile. Just take their missile offline. I'm losing the boarding though. Alright, health has been maintained, so that's okay. You two. Alright. Everything's fine. Go ahead and get our fuel. Wow, just like, I'm just gonna skip those and I'll take the NG. Yeah. Yeah, I'll tolerate that. Hey, Zidane. How's it going? Another turret. You got it? Alright. You were patty caking them pretty hard. I just imagine NGs are just doing that and they're like fighting. And the person's like, what is going on? Alright. I'm slightly spooked about the lack of drone parts. Whew, so much money. So, because I get 45, 47, technically at 130, 145. Gotta grow up. You kids, I would never, no. That's mean. Like, everything is going well, and yet I don't feel safe. I just never feel safe. Again, repugnant? We seek no aid, leave now. Here's some aid. Alright, yeah, that's what I thought. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I kind of have to loop that way if I want to try and find the store. I might have should have got there and then back around. It's an absolute relationship you're always in fear of. Yeah. That's how I play it. I think it was Rakagak once was like how paranoid was players' paranoia when playing FTL? And I was like, oh, on a scale of 10, I think I'm a 9. And Rak is like, you're the most paranoid player I know. I was like, I was afraid you were gonna say that. Alright. This is fine. Start pushing shield 3. I'm totally attacking your ship. Pretty safe fight. Okay, heal, border. Bravest NG I know. Well, one of the bravest NGs. We had a lot of brave NGs in chat. Oh, you were so close. Don't you not feel hair? It's true. Cool. Oof. So of late, like I felt like my boarding or just like crew micro and fighting has not been as good as it needs to be. So I was double checking, making sure that they were above the 15 HP threshold there. To not be exploded. Wow, what a call. What a call. Going to be backup battery, weapons. Okay, we sell that. Buy battery here. Yeah, unfortunately, no cloaking. Get this. Probably not going to see it. There's one chance of a store this sector. Okay. So let's actually go up to 16 fuel for that then. I really would like shields 3. Do I sell the burst? I mean, I know, of course you sell the burst. I don't want to sell a weapon that I have like a potential use for. Hull beam's also kind of tempting. DJC, hi. Welcome, welcome. What have you been up to? Challenge runner extraordinaire, DJC. Good luck streaking, thanks. We're in a pretty good spot here. We're in a pretty good spot. Well, I mean, we're like, that's Hull Beam. I mean, we just don't use Artemis. Just finished up the second UFO 50 all gold disc speedrun pog. Nice. Congratulations. Congrats. I always like the, you know, like the Necrodancer community spreads out at certain points, plays other games, and then like an indie game comes out, and they all kind of flock back to it. And they're like, oh, we all want to do that. I've seen like Spooty and Goof playing that somewhat. Well, assuming we also get heavy. Yeah, lot 6 and 9s up here. Okay, so burst seems pretty unlikely to get used here. I kind of want to get shields 3 though at this point because where our weapons are. Which leaves me with 82 bucks, and again, it's unlikely we're gonna. It's another reason we get this now is because like this is the only chance for another store. Hi, Faith. Do I have an NG? I do. An engines trained NG. Happy day to you as well. All right. So we did that, and Hull Beam is just nice because it just allows us to kill the flagship very quickly. It's also guaranteed to do 2 damage to Zoltan Shield, so it is slower than the heavy laser, which is easier to get online. Eh. Alright, let's kind of tank up. We got our 3 shields. We'll go heavy laser. I got this set up if I don't need Artemis. We'll eventually... You pretty chill on flagship if you get... Well, phase 3 is still us trying to get through Zoltan Shields, and sometimes that's like an absolute chore. Like, sometimes it isn't. Sometimes it's fine. If you were here last night, I think it took me 4 volleys of... What do we have? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We had 9 damage volleys, and it took close to 4 volleys to get to drop their Zoltan Shield. FTL is mean sometimes. Teleporter for free scrap. I don't think I want you. All right, sorry. There's no room at the inn. They're fine. Someone else will pick them up. They'll be totally okay. There won't be next time. We're gonna open fire. Absolute gaming, yeah. Oh, if I had double Zoltans, we would have been completely safe for this fight. Woulda. Do I send my more mobile crew? They don't have... We're just buying time. Cool. Alright, we got a fire. We're 2v1ing the poor NG. We're monsters. And they're losing to the fire. It's great. Oh, you know what? We're actually immune to fire damage. Let's go. Not so much the slug, but... Good job. It was fine. Yeah. You know, you sort of assume that you can't assume the worst. The reason you can't assume the worst is because the worst is like every single shot we fire misses and every one of their shots hits and starts double fires and is in key systems. So you can't quite go to that extreme. You just kind of have to play it out like plausible worst case scenarios to like bank around and play around them as much as possible. Generally trying to survive. Alright, we gotta run 3 minutes of ads because pretty rolls. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Thank you again, DJC, for the raid. And like I said, we'll be back in 3 minutes. Yeah, we still got a minute, but yeah. If I'm not 100% safe, I just don't feel safe. That's just kind of what it is. And normally I'm in the position, like when I'm making decisions at stores and whatnot, it's like, all right, here are the outliers that are potentially like dangerous, and let's like work our way around them. Like a run gets really, really bad when I can't do that because we're just so far behind and it's too numerous, right? So it's not like, all right, let's knock out like these 3-4 outline scenarios that would be like potentially dangerous, and instead, because there's so many dangerous scenarios, we're just focused on, like, it's like, all right, now almost every ship fight is potentially really bad for us. So we have to make, instead of just, like I said, instead of going against the extremes and just, we have to try and just knock out as many bad opportunities. It's still the same principle, it's just that there's more of it. Welcome back. So yeah, it's like, okay, there's 4 scenarios that are spooky. This is how we deal with those 4 scenarios. Versus, all right, there's 80 scenarios that are spooky. What's the best way to eliminate as many of those as possible? It's like, why do we get... Yeah, I see so many runs where... So we're in Sector 4. Sector 4 is actually one of the most dangerous sectors in FTL. Sector 4 and Sector 1, because you run into 3 shielded ships. It's easy if you had rough early sectors, or you just don't have money, you just fall behind. Before you get here, you fall behind the curve. And then, just because of weapon power and your inability to punch through their shields, bad things happen. It arms their weapons. Double drones, 3 projectiles. Okay, so if we board into weapons, we're breaking a system every 6.5 seconds. This is nuts. No, it's pretty safe. I mean, every scenario here, we're hacking weapons. The question is whether do I board into weapons or not. I just need to be able to do 2 damage before this has a chance to fire, which should be... Yeah, that should happen. Cool. And then, like, that also is, you know, when I approach a fight, I don't have consideration of, like, oh, this fight's gonna take so much longer if I do it this way. I just don't want the risk. You know, we have 40 or so encounters per run. And so if you're rolling like 1%ers 40 times, that's a recipe that something bad is going to happen. Particularly if you're streaking, more runs, more chances of oddities to occur. In fact, you just expect them to occur. Mind control. Alright, mind control. It's only level 1 mind control, though. Let's hack piloting. Alright, so I just need to eat 2 punches. 1, 2. Okay, Zoltan's in the room. We got our shields back. Wants a safe fight because space oddities. Yes. We caused a breach in their weapons room, and auto ships can't repair breaches. And you have to do breaches before you do system repairs. $13. What? That's outrageous. Outrageous. might think about just getting the Artemis online. Alright, so they have a clone bay, so essentially we win the boarding fight anyways. Okay, so we tricked them into sending 2 over onto our ship. Oh, and they boarded into my doors. Well, thanks for that, game. Pretty safe for their weapons, because 2 shots and this is safe. If this fires 3 shots, then we're safe because it doesn't time with this. It's really only bad if it fires 4 shots, and we got time. Okay, now their weapons are not dangerous in the slightest. Alright. Oh, I can't do this. If I'm trying to vent here, then I can't reoxygenate doors. That was the plan. Alright, please don't break my battery. Thank you. Okay, so now we can do this. Oh, too many of their systems are damaged. So they went back. I think the magic number is 3. Oh, there. Okay, yeah. No, that's a lot of fires. Cool. That's one of the strategies that is kind of new, is boarding their ship and then going into their teleporter to get 2 crew to board you instead. It's like, the enemy ship only has 2 crew. It can be really convenient that they're, you know, on your ship, and then you can just punch down their weapons without interference. Timing's tricky. Oh, hey, it is a store. Oh, I really actually stopped paying attention to how I was routing this sector. It's wasted jumps. So I go 1, 2... Yeah, 1, 2, 3, I guess like 4, 5, 6, 7. Second store, yeah. Again, it was the only possibility for it to be, because you get 1 nebula store, guaranteed. It's not. Very rarely, but it's technically not. And then the possibility of it. So, this is one of those things where we say like 1.5 stores because there's a possibility of 2 stores, and 1 being a non-nebula. But I heard it often described as like 50-50, and I'm like, that can't be correct. Right? If there's 1 beacon, it's not 50-50 versus like 8 beacons, right? Unless the game prioritizes, like it rolls it at some point before it does any of the other beacon designations. Which I don't know if we know that. We might. We might have that information. Do I have anything to sell? No. So let's see if we can get a little bit more money and buy cloaking outright. Nope. That's unfortunate. we say goodbye to Artemis missile for cloaking? Probably. That's unfortunate. Did I buy a reactor this sector? It seems so unlike me. It did a good job. Artemis did a good job. We've essentially sold everything this ship starts with, though. Yeah. So I'm not gonna... I don't know what this enemy ship looks like. Okay, so here's the thing, because we're going to talk about it, and if I get distracted by something else, because it's complicated. Ion storms are not you lose half power, they lose half power. Ion storms is you lose half power, and then the game has predetermined levels of power that every system is supposed to have, so they can run beyond half power with like a roundup. I mean, I've seen a ship that should have only had that maxed out at 19 power running with like 14. So if I get like stuck with a drone ship, right, and it is able to put on like 2 offensive drones and some weapons, and I, as you see here, have like nothing online, that's not worth the risk to me. All right, we're just doing 1-2, no dive. That's fine. We actually don't waste a jump then. We run from that one. Yeah, so like the pick fuel or ammunitions is a low scrap reward unless you get a crew kill, and that particular event has killed me at least 3 different times, and it's why I skip it unless I'm just in a really, really good spot. It's only one of the 3 premium weapons. So Artemis is generally, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Rock homeworlds are rebel controlled. I no longer have a counter to Rock Live Mine event. I sold it. 2 stores. I'm not as super concerned about stores at this point. I mean, we want to get cloaking too, so we can hack them out so that they can't interact with us as much as possible. But we do have like 3 shields, which is normally it's like 2 shields, like 4 engines, 2 and 2. I've seen you die with fuel or otherwise, or with very good setup. Yeah. That was when I was just learning how to like push low reactor. And that was the Kestrel A run, the ill-fated. Huh. Well, they could be money if, I don't know. Gross. Gross. Burst out of the wreckage. Hacking. 5 shots and a missile. Okay, you're hacking my engines. Alright, that's the burst, that's the chain laser, that's the basic, so it is only a Leto. No, sorry, I was kidding. I just wanted them to both heal up so the random missile here wouldn't potentially kill them. But it's fine. Cool. Okay, everything's great. Did we just get weapons training? Yay, good job, Dick Doug. Good job. Yeah, because what it spawned in with a Zoltan shield. I think it was like a Zoltan shield, ion weapon, beam drone, like 2 shields, and a halberd beam. And then I like screwed up 3 different micros. Like, I tried doing the toggling for the weapons, and so I actually didn't fire my burst lasers properly. So that was a bad start. Okay. Am I just going like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then exit? Like, we're just missing all these jumps. There's nothing I can do about it. So rare, you just don't even see a sector. Give him 3 fuel. I mean, we do have a store on the way out. We're dropping to 9. Making the ship operate at full reactor. So I had... So if you go to my stats page, there's a section, it's like the last page, called Ion Storm Testing. And so what I did is I would save a fight in an ion storm, and then I reloaded it over and over again, hacking different systems every time. And then I would be like, all right, so I know how much system power they have, and then look how much power they actually put into the system to try and like figure out like how it works, and found some consistencies. But no, like just there was one ship. It was a pirate hacker event in Sector 6. Yeah, no, it was the fuel and ammunition one. And it had 14 power out of 19 available, all of its weapons online, and I only found 1 Zoltan on the ship. So it operated, yeah, so it was operating actually a 15 of 19 power, but it only had 1 Zoltan crew. I don't know why it decided that it should be able to run its 6 power weapon system in full, but it did. So I don't know how it makes those determinations. Awesome. Awesome. I think we're back. My OBS just like disconnected. Thanks. Okay. Probably avoid the store. The second one, just get money so we can afford weapons. No one would think that I'm cheating. No, no. Why would you think that? Just because OBS died and then immediately I get a free halberd beam? That's normal. That just happens. Shh. Wow, that's a heavy ship. Okay. You're hacking my O2. I can do a 3 damage, 2 damage. Oh no, I was thinking 3 damage swipe. It's not 3 damage. It's only 2 damage. Which makes the fight a little bit safer, but not amazingly safer. That makes the fight amazingly safer. Okay, we're not gonna send them, so we'll save a reactor. How about no? Cool. Yeah, so now our weapons are like fine. Our weapons are totally okay now. Suddenly Halberd does that. This is a pretty safe fight. Would help if I had crew. Neat. Yeah, so I hate that. So when the battery went offline, this system was ioned, and I had battery power over here. So I took that power out and replaced it with power that was over here. And it doesn't ask me to do that. It just does that. It's like, that seems kind of convenient, but then you have to remember that you just lost a shield bubble. $28. Okay, so 1, 2, exit. Look at all this money. Not going to the store. Sure. We can afford to pay another carrier, but they will surely tip you generously. Quest marker at the map. All right, so we go 1, 2, and then we quintuple dive back. That's value. A civilian ship. We have cloaking. Am I weapon hacking here and just winning eventually? Is that the play? So we haven't really done it this run because we just took out the systems. Where you can use cloaking and hacking on enemy weapons. So you hack enemy weapons and effectively lock them out from being able to do anything. because you're using the hacking to buy cooldown time for your cloaking to come off cooldown, and vice versa. Their weapons still fire. Yeah, unless it's a Leto, which it is. And 3-second cloak, or level 3 cloaking. Alright, so this needs to be repower in case my battery gets hit. There's just nothing I can do about it. Gross. Wow, just... Okay, no dodges. That works. That works surprisingly well. So they should all fire at the same time. First volley landing was really nice, but now I need 100% of my shots to land. It's kind of gross. And we got breaching the weapons, but not. Yeah, we're just gonna be here for a while. I can't really send my crew over because they have cloaking, so they could get caught. We have to wait for the full duration, so our hacking comes off cooldown. They weren't. FTL has a sense of humor. It's twisted, but it is there. And they cloak. Oh, this is gonna take forever. Until they like run out of missiles. And then we can potentially... I don't know, what else can I do except this? Nothing. Again, I can't like board and punch them down because they'll just cloak when my crew are over there and then they die. That's not good. And there's too many shields to like swap to Halberd Beam. Cool. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. I mean, I can't complain too much. Like, our first volley hit completely flush, and he got out of this fight only taking like 1 damage. No, I was trying to see if I could sneak in 2 shots. 2 volleys. Nope. Nopey, nope, nope. But again, shows you like why this setup is so powerful. With the hacking here, we've effectively negated their offense. And if you can't get hurt, you can't die. If you don't die, you got a chance of winning. Of course, I only have 95% dodge. Grumble. Grumble, grumble, grumble. I have so many missiles. Worst case, you are going until they're out of missiles, and then you don't have to micro. Yep. Which is where we're at now. I believe we are in the grab a Snickers portion of this stream. Never just be a dice that's full of trigger weapons? No. Hey! All right. Whew. Oh, easy. Just get hull repair, too. Alright, I still can't get another weapon online. Oh, cool. I would love to defend the outpost. Okay, that's pretty acceptable. How much health do you have? Is this a one-shot? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plus 2. Yeah, it's a one-shot. So this one isn't going to take a year and a half. Now you might be saying, well, Crow, what happens if it has level 3 piloting? Can't. That ship layout can never have level 3 piloting. If the auto ships have all their rooms connected, it maxes out at level 2 piloting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's next sector? Uncharted civilian. Let's go civilian. Store. I mean, I should get this. I should definitely get this. That really means I'm not going to the store. I don't really need to go to the store. So now we have Flak and Halberd online. And we have 100% evasion. I mean, I'm slightly low on reactor. I mean, I got battery, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're just 6 reactor light right now. It's fine. 5, 6 reactor light. When do they have a burst laser 2? True. I guess that's actually a good argument, isn't it? Just that it has a burst laser 2, but another weapon to get through Zoltan shields. That'll lead you to your destination. Alright, you know what? Gonna do it. Because we have everything that we need. I will fight you. We're fighting. And it won't take a million years. We're gonna be 20 scrap short of buying a pre-igniter. That's also possible. I must buy long-range scanners. Ugh. He must be new here. I don't like long-range scanners. Oh, I should have swapped to the heavy laser. Would have ended the fight faster. Oh well. Filthy, filthy long-range scanners. There are times it makes sense to buy them. But I find it to be a pretty small window. Store and quest. Not gonna hire anybody. If I had control of the FTL, like what should be added to FTL? So I don't want to change fundamental. Oh my gosh, is that double missile, double burst laser 2s? All right, we changed that this fight doesn't exist. Honestly, I probably would just, it mostly would just be like chilling out Sector 1. Sector 1 is really gross. Like, it's really, really gross. Combat 1 with heavy lasers can just kill you, and there's, like, not a whole lot you can do with it. Combat 1s with, like, any weapon setups. I would be inclined to just not have Combat 1s in Sector 1. Like, maybe that's, like, a really easy kind of thing. I also don't think that Zoltan ships should have 3-power weapon setups in Sector 1. Massive multiplayer co-op. Oh, that would be such a slog. That's an impressive barrage. So like that. Maybe just like that, because as bad as like Sector 4 is, and then you're like not gonna just get slammed in Sector 1, and maybe some tweaking on some of the ships that are way too much of a struggle bus to try and win. Like, even if it still doesn't get 100%, just, like, a little bit of a nudge to just not get annihilated in Sector 1 without, like, having a chance. Gross. All right, so that's the burst laser. That's the burst laser. That's an Artemis, and that's a Leto. You know what? You win. I'm not gonna crew kill you. Just... Good job. That's a victory of sorts. Okay, so if I don't cloak, it's 1 damage versus potentially... Yeah, you win. We still haven't fired yet. Oh! Maybe, you know, I cloaked in my weapon timing, they would have charged fully and I could have just killed them before it fired anyways. Delete Stealth B. I don't... Like, Stealth B is what it is. Stealth B is a glass cannon. Is it frustrating that it is by far, the, like, lowest win rate among ships in the game? Yeah. You know. And for no pause play, you can't do a lot of the advanced micro, like the sensors trick and whatnot to exploit smart targeting. How much reactor do I have? 13. But like I said, it is a glass cannon, and that's kind of what it was designed to be. Get out of here. But it could, like I said, you could do something either like titanium system casing, just have that on that ship because the first version, like the first ship doesn't need it. It really doesn't need it comparatively so. Or maybe just give a buffer point in weapons. Again, that wouldn't be, oh, you just automatically win, but it would give you, like, a lot more leeway without fundamentally having to, like, change the game. Take S8 or Engines 3, you can shut your coke way too often. So, yeah, like, even like that. There's, like, a lot of things you can do with that ship. You could also just swap where cloaking is in relationship to the weapons room, like put it on the different side of the ship so, you know, mini beam doesn't take down your 2 most important systems in a singular swipe. Okay. FTL recharge booster? Yeah, like, again, that's, like, something, like, it's really subtle, but you'd be able to run from fights faster, and you have something to sell to get you to 50 scrap faster, so that you could get to, like, it would still let the ship be, like, what it is. I once annoyed Dolphin Chemist when I told him to sell a glaive early on a Stealth B run. When DC is running Stealth B, that means he's at the start of a streak. So he died recently, or is, well, playing a bunch of Stealth B runs. So, yeah, not poke. Not poke him during that part. True progress can only be achieved. Oh, that's true. That's true. It's true. A lot of people forget about that. A lot of people forget about that. I should really be just like, yeah, okay, yeah, you run. Do I think they should make some changes to hacking? Because it's just so prominent in usage. It's a powerful tool. I would like to see like a buffer to drone control first and foremost. Like it needs just a little bit of help because like offensive, it's more of a desperation maneuver to use it offensively. Like you just kind of get stuck with it versus like if it's a system, it should have something a little bit more to it. I've thought about the idea of like it has innate like a drone recovery arm, and the higher the level it is, the more likely it is to like save drone parts. Yeah, like that's always the thing about the hacking changes. It's like, well, should we nerf hacking? And you know, we're still not winning 100% of the games, so taking away things from the player isn't inherently the direction I would go without being able to add things. But yeah, like if DRA was just like it just was in there with drones at like, I don't know, 50%. And then at like, you know, because it starts at level 2, and then every level after it adds just like a percentage just so you feel like you could use in conjunction with other things. The fact that Combat 1 drones shoot slower than 2 Combat 2 drones doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, I would just be concerned about the people going too far, where they're just like, oh, because this game is so much like, my perception of the game's RNG is very different than most FTL players' perception of RNG in this game. I mean, I win 97% of the time. Half my losses were my fault. So it has, like, you know, this potential of 98% win rate being a thing. So, like, that's not something I want to mess around with too much to get to be like, you know, how do we get it up to 100? Or more, I'd be more inclined to be like, how do we get to, like, the less fun elements being taken out of it, which isn't inherently the RNG stuff. It's like, it should have a speed up button for a lot of that kind of stuff. I think the training of crew just takes too much time, and I just have crew fully trained. Like, if I get them in a store, just have full training on all systems. Maybe not combat, maybe not repair, but everything else. Because, like, that's just, it's such a nuisance that it's perfectly optimal to do it, and it just takes too much time. And then, yeah, like, again, just chilling out Sector 1, like, where you're going to address the worst ships, which are Zoltan shielded ships and drone control. Like, those two systems early on will get people killed. And, like, there's just inherently nothing they can do about it, because it's just like I said, you could have a combat drone pop your shield and you eat 2 heavy lasers before you have a chance to fire. It doesn't happen all the time, but it's pretty limiting. And then I think a lot of runs that die is just that they fall really far behind in Sector 1. A lot of the conversations sound like discussing a new game completely, like successor FTL, then fixing FTL. I mean, like I said, I just want, I want to keep all the core stuff, all the strategy stuff that works, I would keep. I definitely don't want to go to, like, the extremes of, like if you just if you were to ask Rand what he would change about the game, Rand would be like, enemy ships get 4 missiles max. That's it. They're only allowed to have 4 missiles, and they're only allowed to have 2 drone parts, and a bunch of, like, other little things where it's just like, well, I mean, again, where I have a higher win rate than like a lot of other people, so my perception on what's bad RNG versus what's not is like different. And, you know, hey, I like the occasional struggle run because you get to show off your skill set and your knowledge. So I want like all those elements to like work. It's little things where it's just like you feel less bad, or just like I said, if you start Stealth B and you just swap rooms around, you give it an augment that's potentially helpful, that's not going to make it unstoppable. It's not going to make it, oh, well, then the ship just, like, never loses. But, like, I know, like, Twinge did a mod, and it was just like, well, every time you get something, it just sells for less. So you just get less money, and so it's more difficult because there's just less money. Is kind of what my takeaway of it was. When one completely tests the game, starts from scratch using the piece's inspiration rather than any hard and fast rolls. Like repair bomb, stun bomb, some of the alpha augment. I mean, like, let's talk about like augments. All the ships that have starting augments. I mean, most of the time you just want to sell them because it's just better to sell them. Like that's where we got to, and. Should we just get rid of all the augments except like Zoltan Shield and long range scanners? Because those are the two that have impact. Some people would talk about Replicator. And just give ships 25 scrap to start. Like just like normal mode or easy mode where you have the starting money. I don't know. I guess I don't really have to kill ships anymore. Like crew kill them. Unsellable. That would make a lot of ships a lot worse. Like, the only reason we really are in this run is because we sold rock hull plating to get enough money to buy teleporter. Otherwise, we would not have been able to do that, right? Sometimes you guys do, yeah. I mean, sometimes like there are like 3 blue options with rock plating. I feel like there's a lot of flavorful and interesting gameplay behind the augments that so rarely because they are sold. Yeah, but they're sold because you're trying to increase win rate, and the scrap is just so important early on. I mean, a lot of, like you said, the flavor of ships, we, in terms of to win more, we gut them and try to force them into good weapons and hacking. I accidentally held true with Midbot. But I really remember when I take something that is like never used and then I use it. And I'm like, oh, that's really clever. And like I had a Zoltan Sea run that I used healing burst on to heal my crew because we had a breach in my weapons, and that enabled me to actually get the repair done without my crew dying and able to jump away from a bad fight, and then I wanted to win that run. And it was like, oh, that was so cool that I got to use it for that. Or like runs where I get some garbage weapon and I'm like, well, I have an NGA run that I turned it into a boarding ship and I used glaive beam and a burst laser 3 on that run. It's not ideal. I wouldn't recommend doing that all the time. There was a Federation B run where I was lighting crew. Oh, that's mean. And my O2. so I'm gonna send you up here. How do I do this? Oh, okay, so this is what we do. We send this crew to there, we send this crew to here, and then we send it through there, so the same crew are fighting on the door. That's what we do. Alright, and we'll use you to slow this down for the time being. Go on, figure this out. We got this. Snooze. Oh, my flak hit the shot. That's awesome. Oh, but it was a fake flak projectile, so we're all good. No. I'm sorry if this issue would come up. Like, how often hacking stun? Yeah, I've had hacking stun be useful once. One time it got me a crew kill that I wouldn't have, but that's like, that's really, really, really niche, right? Yeah, I think generally I would just kind of like chill out Sector 1 a little bit. Just some alterations to lessen the chance of you just dying out of nowhere, but you still have to like rush 2 shields and then just like keep as is. Like, my concern would be that you add tweaks that it gets to the point that it's no longer FTL and it's just this, it's like FTL light where you just win all the time without like sweating over it. Like, that's what you gotta every once in a while feel like you're actually going to lose a run. That's interesting. I blame Zedix for making this happen. Okay. Do I just buy the heavy? Result in shield removal? Probably. I mean, we could go double halberd beam. Was that a one-shot? No, I don't do cheeky swipes, so that's 8. If we want double halberd, double hull laser, that actually would be... We could. I think just the heavy laser will get us there. But yeah, we could go double halberd. Yeah, just one. Let's be... I should get this to level 3 before I get that online. Alright. And then a reactor. Cool. Alright, let's go ahead. We're going to run the ad, get out of the way, because ads, and we spent 20 minutes killing a ship because I needed all my shots to land. But that's alright. It's all good. And then we'll be back. Should be able to finish up the run from there. But yeah, I think I can talk. I think that like there would be a concern about too many changes would change FTL from what it is, because what it is really awesome. And one problem is people like me exist that take all these strategies and all these tactics to an extreme level and kind of like it goes beyond what they thought was possible, right? When they made the game initially. And had they made a lot of these decisions earlier, those things may not have been as apparent as ideas or tactics, particularly if it was done from the position of like what win rates, perceived win rates used to be, right? So if we go back to like when people were maxing out at like 80, 85% win rates instead of, you know, 97, 98, 95s, whatever. And you were like, all right, so what changes to the game would you make? There would be pretty dramatic shifts to try and make up the 15% that people were dying. Does think players have like 10%? Yeah. I don't know how. I mean, I've heard the comment, I saw the comment, but it's still somewhat true because, like, if you just go, like, you're gonna die a lot. It's gonna take a while before you even win your first run. Some people take like 100 hours. So how many runs was that? If they take, you know, 50 runs to win the first time, okay, so that's a 2% win rate. How long is it? Maybe they stop playing because they find it too frustrating. So across the board, it's probably close-ish. But maybe, like I said, new ideas emerge, new strategies emerge, and win rates keep continuing to go up. And new ceilings are obtained, and then it's like, well, why did we ever think about changing Stealth B? Because if you do this, then, you know, you're fine. But then, like, how reliable it is to do certain things, like, oh, if you start doing frame perfect pauses, these things can occur. If you track the frame rate of the game, then you can manipulate RNG to have these things happen. I think 86 is the win condition in flagship. Yeah. You get to the flagship, and then you kill the crew on the flagship, and you think you won. Or you defeat phase 1 of the flagship, and you think you won. But you didn't. So, like I said, I can see, I have nudges. Little, that, just, like, stop the slaughter of Sector. Like, I mean, it's really funny when you think about it that, like, Zoltan shields aren't even a thing in Sector 1. Like, they're not. Until you play hard mode. Maybe normal, but, like, easy doesn't have them. Well, they're stuck now. Where are you gonna go? Here? No. There we go. That's reasonable.
So handsome,
Hi,
kind,
boy.
polite, and good at games.
Aw, you would know. You would know. You never feel the need to ban me on my channel. Hi, boy. Welcome back to the Murder Most Foul. Hope you've been well. Ban Crow? How dare you? Ooh, heavy ion. That really gets through Zoltan shields quickly. So, but like I think like things like speed hacking or the trading thing, just to get it done so people don't have to do it. That would be nice. Little the smallest of tweaks. Like any system changes are spooky. Like personally, I'm not the super biggest fan of all the smart targeting exploits we can do. It's kind of like a lot. Missing jumps to sector probably doesn't matter. Barb is a meanie beanie. Yep. Okay. Hack weapons. Yeah, it's a start. Thankfully, revamping trading might be a better solution than speed hacking. Well, I mean, I just think they could just have training. Like I said, if for repairs and fighting, I think those are unique in their element. Like, you know, it's a benefit. But then there's the problem, which is Clone Bay. Right? So what do we do about Clone Bay then? Because the drawback of Clone Bay is that your crew lose training, but if they just have full training, then... But mostly that's like... just in terms of like boarding being a slight negative. Never catch train, and you can't get it after some time use. My engines, no. Not my engines. I wonder. Never mind, I'm still wondering. Excuse you? Excuse you? What is going on? What is happening? Probably have to cloak to dodge that many shots. Probably. He started to believe. Yeah. That was a breach, right? Yeah. Bye, Mantis. Oh. And now we wait. But like, you know, there's the fights where you have to shoot down all the drones. Like, that's rough. Now, if you're on like iOS, you don't have the benefit of like cheat engine or something. Hey, just 2K. Welcome back, Murder.
Thanks for the YT content.
Aw. Thanks for watching it. I think I have a couple things I have to upload. It really, like, it's I'm bad about it considering how easy it is and how little effort I put into it. I'm like, all right, this is a good starting point. Yes, I'm talking mid-sentence, whatever, cut it, throw it up. You're like, yep, there you go. That's a video. Why did you use speed hack? Broke somehow, and I can't get it actually speed up any meaningful amount. But I find it interesting, and I'm like, I have no computer knowledge about how things work. Is like I minimize the game, and then speed hacking goes faster. Like it like because it doesn't have to render anything. I don't know. It just goes by really fast. Gosh, we still have another sector. I bought 2 reactor at once. Could it be? Could it be that we've won? Examine. Store. Zoltan bypass shield. Do it. If we did buy the halberd beam, we could have got pipe beam, got a one-shot build. Don't think we switched to the heavy too. Just a bunch of heavy shots in the flak. I mean, it would be funny, but no, we're good as is. Just in case somebody wants to trade. I'm like, yeah, sure. Escort us. This region is quite dangerous, and our ship is not well armed. A heavy one, burst. I mean, it's not bad. I always like running into these ships, and they're absolutely lethal. It's like, all we have is this, like, flak and burst 2 in the sector. No, it's a pulsar. Neat. It's a pulsar, and they're hacking my weapons. I don't like this. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 4. No, 9. It's gonna lose 5 power. So I'd be stuck with that. I mean, I think we just depower everything. They hit my... Wow, they hit my evasion and this. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, that's cool. They know! Oh my gosh, they totally know. This is not okay. That's amazing. This... And they broke that as well. Okay, I see what is happening. This fight's amazing. Like, in terms of RNG right now, this is amazing. Oh my, they got hit, so I can't flash them here. But I do have hacking. Hopefully hacking doesn't get hit by the pulsar. Okay, doors and stuff. This is fine. I actually, do I want shields to get hit? They technically have power in them, so it could happen. Gross. But everything is fine. What is happening? Of course, they hit engines. I was trying to save engines. Oh, they actually got hit in their weapons. Something bad happened to them? Oh my gosh. Optimistic. I mean, sometimes it's good to be optimistic. This is not the case today. This fight has been unreal. Like, just unreal. Okay, I wanted them to hit shields there. They got hit in their hacking. That's actually pretty nice. No. No, you have to die. Like, I can't. Oof. So, pulsars. We know how much ion damage they do to the system. It's the amount of power in that system plus 2, and the total is then divided by 2. So you can, like, move your weapons around and depower systems so that they're not as ioned as long. Wow. That was amazing. Defend the outpost for double rewards. Boarding bot. Kinda no thank you. Definitely no thank you. Okay, actually swipe through their weapons might be a good idea. Exit squad, go. Just to not wait around as long. Eventually, we're gonna try and crew kill phase 1, so gonna need it anyways to counter them hacking that system. Where am I going? Who knows? Another pulsar with hacking and drones. Yeah, okay. And an ion intruder. Run away, run away, run away. Hacking engines, not running away. At least that means I can hack their weapons. Gross. Calculated. What? No. So funny. Like the fact it's like, alright, we won the run, and yet, like, pulsars and hacking and drones, kind of spooky. Who knew? And yet you can get that kind of stuff in Sector 1. Oh, we want this at level 3. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 2. So we have 3 jumps before we have to get to the store. Have to. We can get 3 jumps before we hit the store. Sure. Zoltan. Overcharge your systems. Get a fight. Maybe. If we get free item, there's at least a store we can sell stuff to. If I want to do this, yeah, sure, why not? Gross. Okay, paying attention. Okay. Oh well. Mantis will return. It'll go here because that's where the man slot is. And we'll die promptly. As soon as it's done fixing the med bay, as Mantis has got to do. Quest and store. Takes so much time. Stuff just takes time in this game. It's just how it is. Sure. Potentially less time, because stuff is just powered and goes and does things. One hull repaired and a store. Triple. Triple halberd beam. Alright, okay, that's unfortunate. If there was another beam weapon here, then I would have gone for the one-shot build. Thanks. There wasn't. And we're out. Investigate. Try to communicate peacefully. Okay. The slug option doesn't give us any scrap, if I recall correctly. So I'm not trying for money because we don't need crew. You arrive at an outpost close to the Federation base. Your access code gives you past initial security, and an officer sets a direct feed to the Federation base's war room. Admiral totally speaks first, saying, "What is the meaning of this, and who are you?" What's that is like at the start of the stream, Core Sigma like showed up and was like, "Hey, you know, if we find a mantis," and we never found a mantis. They were the first to join. Who are you? What? How do you not know? What do you sent us on a mission. What do you think is going on here? Your explanation met with murmurs of citizens of disbelief among the officers. General Churchill of the Engine Brigade speaks up. Intel suggests potential counter to rebel technology. Risk small or save none. Chat. Thinking Spirit of Thanksgiving, we're just gonna have to risk small. Explain the weakness of enemy fleet. The small rebel flagship. Small totally responds. It's settled. The small rebels will be here in a matter of small moments. We'll do what we can to hold up their small warships, but you must succeed in destroying this small flagship. Your current outpost can provide some repair and fuel, and other small repair stations can provide aid as well. Small luck. That's all we need. Repair. Okay. Well, you're gonna get there very quickly. Practically unharmed. Seems unlikely. Hey, the flying teapot. Guaranteed stuff. I like guaranteed stuff. Hey, Tesla. Good luck. Thank you. Feeling pretty confident. Unless it turns out there's a pulsar at the flagship fight. There used to be, like, I think I recall during, like, early access to Advanced Edition that, like, there was an ASB during the flagship fight. Like, that was an idea that happened, and they got rid of it. Alright, you here, you're gonna get there, and then the NG default it for the time being. Like, if there's not ships in the background, then I'm not going to be too concerned about getting crew kills. Because if the ship's in the background, then you get low scrap rewards. Unless you get a crew kill, then you can get medium. No. No, I don't think so. Alright, so we take on the flagship now to potentially reset a bad hack. Really shouldn't need much power for the weapons starting out. This is it! The small rebel flagship. If you're able to destroy this monstrosity, Federation will have a chance to fight, and there's no turning back. What are you hacking? Annoying, but fine. Man, I got 4 shields. Take this out. Okay, do door damage persist if door states jump? Yeah, jump clears it. So if someone's like punching through doors and you thought they were almost to get through and you jump away, though I don't know when it checks because there is like time lost while traveling. Okay. Alright, missiles are online. Do I just turn off weapons at this point? Alright, send you there, there, then... Oh, okay, never mind. Here we go. It's nice, his rocks are really chunky, so it's very unlikely that they'll, like, die for no reason. I think damage persists during a battle, even the level state changes. This would be much because you can't exactly tell which damage is left to 2 doors. So, the only thing I know that can be weird is like if you hack doors and then you have like Crystal Crew and you use their like lockdown mechanic, then you can actually like reset doors, kind of. I was supposed to hack. Okay, I was supposed to hack. I got distracted. Which is me allowing myself to get distracted. That's not you. Chat, never talk. That's on me. Blame chat, never. I can only blame chat for like the actions that chat does in chat, not I had to talk to you. I don't want to do anything. How close are these? We're actually winning. That was a little too close. Okay, cloaking's up next. I have 3 more crew to kill. Oh, they got through the doors? Oh, boo. Alright, we might have to do, like, the thing. Alright, that's just make sure that I don't have to deal with one crew right now. So, people should stay alive. Okay. $81.65. So once that person shows up, should be a kill. Do, 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 do. Good enough. Good enough. Right. Dodge. Cool. That's what we want. Alright, they're all dead. We don't have to worry about boarders. Phase 2, we can board into their missiles and break them before they have a chance to fire. Good stuff. Oh, right, we haven't even found a base. I don't mind actually trying for a little more money just to buy a bunch of reactor. We can just buy a bunch of reactor. Cool. No. Nope, nope, nope. What an odd run. Just like why I felt like uncomfortable for a long time. Well, I should say uncomfortable, but I was just like, nah, I have concerns, and yet like the scrap was good throughout. And there are like other runs where I get less scrap and I feel totally fine. I mean, honestly, it could not have gotten any smoother in terms of like what we had available. I don't know. Maybe it was like those couple early jumps where we could have just died out of nowhere. And that just lingered. J-Town flagships covers heavily damage from the previous fight. Scans indicates redirect considerable power to its drones. Get ready for got a heck of a fight. No. Oh, right. I have to toggle that. I have to toggle that. You know, there's a discussion about like upgrading battery. One thing about it is if I am reliant on battery power, battery, unlike real reactor, can get damaged. Like I could normally play around, like if the two, it's helpful reactor, but I was thinking if I was like actually reliant on 4 reactor and then it ate 2 damage and then I'm out 4 power, that feels pretty bad. Just as an idea I had after the fact. Good. I don't have a counter to MC. Except just moving my crew around. Alright, those are fine there, those are fine there. I guess we'll just put you here. Even though you don't have full dodge capabilities. Reactor. Okay, so that's good, that's good. I mean, I don't care about sensors. So we just put him in rooms where they're like out of trouble if they decide to turn. You're not certain how it's able to keep fighting the amount of damage it's sustained. Looks like it's transferred power to the teleport as well as some kind of super weapon. Be prepared. This is it. Oh. Wow, I must have been just right above the frame. Okay. Oh, I missed the shield drop timing. Ah, okay. That makes sense. Good catch. Also, the put the shield back up timing. Don't know if we'll get there in time. Okay, let's do it this way. That's fine. Got him. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, that's amazing. It's actually just amazing. Cool. Be good. Oh, 7 shields. Thank you. Asmar, Dragon, Deadbite, Faith, Magic, Dig Dug, and Mikado for joining the crew. Yeah. Like, there was just good scrap pretty much every sector, except that Rebel sector. That Rebel sector was terrible. Terrible. 5746. Cool. Alright, there's 30, 31, and 5 with the Rocket. 20 win streak in the Rocket. The 1-0 here. Okay, win 45 106 in the 1871. We can look at the stats. Boop. So yeah, I mean, like, this is pretty much on average point. This is actually probably a little bit above average. When it kicked in, this sector was, for a nebula sector, I mean, like any sector, that would be phenomenal. Normally you'd be looking at like maybe 150 scrap and 25 in free stuff. So that was pretty monstrous. That's like okay, I think. Sector